becomes the second casualty of the inning.
We'll take another.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
Stepping in now, Angel Pagan, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. Two out with the man at first. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One left for San Francisco. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back now in San Francisco with our presentation of Major League Baseball on the show. Thanks for joining us. Julio Teheran set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know, it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
That's popped up out toward short right field. Panic is in his tracks now. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher. He sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Ender Inciarte will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the...
Bumgarner has his target. First pitch on its way. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike one.
And after another swing and miss on a pitch out of the zone, I think it's time to start taking a different approach.
Yeah, they've fallen behind way too easy, haven't they?
You're just not going to have a lot of success when you're always behind in the count.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike two.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures why mess with success when you get it to 1 and 2.
That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
A good job there making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle for a base hit.
Here's Eric Ibar now. This is well struck. High and deep toward the left field corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left, and now it's 2-1 in favor of Atlanta.
Well, this pitch is just a little bit in, not really a terrible location at all. But if you're sitting on that pitch in that spot, you can certainly do some damage, and he absolutely did some damage right there to the tune of a 2-run shot.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. so you need to be careful.
Bases are empty, one man out. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. That fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
You can hit the low fastball, but you're not going to hit that one up there. You can just forget about it. You've got to make him bring that thing down.
Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Freeman is retired, 2 down now.
Next for Atlanta.
Digging in, Nick Markakis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Span. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. But 2 in the inning for Atlanta, both coming on this 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's now 2-1 Atlanta. Madison Bumgarner will stand in, and he, of course, is no slouch up there as he, in fact, took home the Silver Slugger Award for National League pitchers a season ago. Into the windup and the pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, you could see his mindset at the plate. He's thinking, I got to get out in front here, try to pull something. Didn't really get a good pitch to do that, though, so he's going to have to go grab a seat.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no, they can't get there. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The second baseman, number 12, Joe Panik.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Panik. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Inciarte is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Giants are down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 2-1. Adonis Garcia is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman, number 13, Adonis Garcia.
To put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike 1. Hot shot towards the hole, and that is through into right field for a single.
Well,
pretty good swing there.
Now batting.
You'll watch.
Catcher.
Head stays down,
Simon
ball
Flowers.
gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike one. Bumgarner sets 0-1 on its way. Down and away, ball one. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
You talk about tying a guy up. My goodness.
And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Ready now, Jace Peterson. He reached on a single in his first try.
Peterson.
He's set. Here it comes. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Pulled toward right center field. And Span will haul this one away for route number 2.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he
Center
pulled it.
fielder.
Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Michael Bourne stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First offering on its way. Drilled to the right side. Fielded by Panic. And he will get him at first on a fine spin and throw from short right, and that ends the inning. Hunter Pence will start things out when we come back. It's the Braves 2 and the Giants 1. And there is Hunter Pence. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Right fielder, Hunter Pence.
First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Chopped at the plate. Gonna be a tough play. And taken in out there for the first out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Buster Posey is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Inciarte on the run. He can't get there as it falls in. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Third baseman, number 5, Matt Duffy.
So striding in, Matt Duffy, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Just coasting right along here. Gets another pop-up, and look, he's barely breaking a sweat out there.
So 2 away for the Giants here in the 4th. And standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Squared that one up just a little late. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Out in front for strike 2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Giants leave 1. They're down 2-1. Julio Teheran heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
The pitcher, number 49, Julio
Bumgarner has
Teheran.
his sign. Here's the first pitch. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
Wow, he's got that bender working now. That guy was in knots up there.
Squares around and drops down a good one. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Yeah, he wasn't so sure that was the right call, and looking at it again right here, I don't know if I can tell for sure either. We'll wait to see what the guys in the dugout say after reviewing this play a couple of times, probably.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. Here's Ender Inciarte. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's strike 1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and Bumgarner's rolling right through him here. 2 away now.
The batter, shortstop.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the shortstop, Eric Ibar. It's a swinging bunt up the line. And he'll take no chances here as he swipes this ball away. It stays a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Freddie Freeman will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
5th inning, 2-1 our score. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1. Lifted in the air out to right. On the move is Pence. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. 1 left for Atlanta. They lead it 2-1. Brandon Crawford will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Even though this ball gets to the wall, I think it's still the right decision to stay at first. The way this was shaping up, I'm not so sure he was going to make it, so he'll just hold on with a loud single.
Angel Pagan will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
The pitcher, number 40.
Madison Bumgarner comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Hit the other way out toward right field, and Markakis will tuck this one in for out number 2. Denard Span will dig in for the 3rd time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Hit in the air out to center field. Bourne has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for San Francisco. Our score remains 2-1. Nick Markakis makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Trying to strike him out for the high fly ball out to straightaway center. And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Third baseman, number 13.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Adonis Garcia will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, and it's strike 1.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
Swing and a high chopper. Duffy charging this one on to first, and there were 2 down.
There's nothing easy about this play right here. It's a high chopper, so he knows he's going to have to field and throw pretty much all in one motion, and he does so here to get his man. That's a nice play.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They still lead it 2-1. Joe Panik will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Second
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Tehran into his motion. Here's the first pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Hunter Pence will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Hit out toward second. Peterson has it. Throw on to first, and Pence is turned away here for out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Buster Posey steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First delivery to him on the way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
And that man right there, he's got to figure out some kind of combination to score some runs for him. They have really been scuffling.
Oh, and he misses it. He'll take the turn and head for second. Matt Duffy will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
1-1.
And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. It's swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And that's a fair ball, and he is in there.
And this is when you know the stars are lined up in your favor as a hitter. I mean, look how bunched up he was on that swing, yet he still finds a way to muscle that to right for a double.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. And so pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. But this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. Giants get a run on the RBI double. Bottom 3rd of the order, 7, 8, 9 due up to start the 7th. And we are tied 2-2. Back here in San Francisco, all tied at 2 apiece as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's have a look at our game summary through the first 6. Jace Peterson will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. And neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
And now the Giants are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
One thing to keep in mind, he's due to bat third in the next half inning, so you wonder if this half inning could be the last one we see of him out there.
Michael Bourne.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Tries to dump this one out to left, and that'll get down in front of Pagan for a base hit.
Check this out on show track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both the left-hander and a right-hander get loose. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Standing in now, Julio Teheran, as Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. On the ground to short. Could this be 2? The second for 1. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. Braves go down quietly. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Brandon Crawford steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Bourne has it in his tracks. 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Angel Pagan.
Angel Pagan will dig in now. He's struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
In there at the knees, strike 1. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, he's got a different look to him in this 7th inning. Much more determined.
Hit hard up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
So much of hitting is all about getting the right pitch. Here, he didn't like either one of the first couple he sees. Falls behind quickly, 0-2. But then he finally gets a location he can do something with, and whack, base hit.
Gregor Blanco will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
number 7, Gregor Blanco.
Out in front of it, strike one. Tehran sets. Here's the 0-1. Ripped down the first base line. He'll go to the bag for one. Denard Span will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Fly ball out to right field. Markakis is under it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we are tied 2-2.
Your attention, please. Now
New
pitching
pitcher
for the
coming
Giants,
on, and it's the veteran
number
lefty
49,
Javier Lopez.
Javier Lopez.
Ender Inciarte will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
Leading off for Atlanta.
I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
Lifted the other way to left center. Span giving chase, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Well, that'll put the opposing team in big trouble as he gets the leadoff double. This game's tied. He's the go-ahead run out there, all pumped up about it, trying to get his teammates fired up as well.
Eric Ibar will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ballgame on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Grounded to third. Duffy scoops it up, and they'll just tag him here for the out.
First baseman, number 5, Freddie.
Stepping in,
Freeman.
Freddie Freeman. He flew out in his last at-bat. Has a look, now the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. On it goes right through him into left field.
Well, I'll tell you, a side armor is a lot easier to deal with if you're a left-handed hitter. Here he's able to see the ball all the way in, and then he just rips it for a solid single.
Nick Markakis will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one, usually a major force in their offense.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Now, if you're Atlanta, you have got to come up with a key hit here. Well, that's been missing.
Trying to give himself up here, but this is foul, so the runners will return. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Grounded to short. There is Crawford. There's one. On the belt, but it won't be in time as they just settle for one.
Well, this has been a tight, back-and-forth game, so you'd hate to have it decided on a play like this, but you picked the wrong time to make a mistake of this magnitude, and that lets the go-ahead run come in to score.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
Now batting, catcher, Tyler Flowers.
Tyler Flowers will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And after 3 strikeouts already, you can bet he's going to be pressing up there at the plate, trying to make something happen. And that just might make things worse.
Slow curveball, like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
Oh, and you can tell by these first couple swings, he's not just looking to poke one through the right side of the infield. He's looking to put something into orbit.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Looking to minimize the damage here. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and he got him. Minimizing the damage at just. Joe Panik will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Bourne giving chase. Makes the play, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 8.
Hunter Pence strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. On the ground near home. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Buster Posey gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Tehran's ready. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Yeah, tying runs on base now with 2 outs, and who knows? If this next guy can put one in the gap, we could have ourselves a tie ball game.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Matt Duffy. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
1-0. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. Heading out toward shallow right. Markakis moves over, and the inning is over. Giants leave 1. Still a 3-2 ball game. Josh Osich will come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. Andrew Susak is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Andrew Susak.
Kicking off the top of the ninth, Jace Peterson, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Peterson.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Back goes Pagan. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Well, this is a home run swing, and it looked like he thought he had one off the crack of the bat. But this place, not exactly known for being a home run haven, and this ball dies out there on the warning track.
Michael Bourne at the plate now as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. And that's offered at and missed by Bourne as he falls quickly behind here. 0-2.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
And he's bunting here with 2 strikes, but he misses, and that's a rather weak out number 2.
If you're going to try and bunt with 2 strikes, which, look, I wouldn't do it, but you've got to make sure you're at least going after a pitch in the strike zone. I mean, how bad does that look when you strike out trying to bunt at a pitch that it's not even close? I'll tell you how bad. Real bad.
Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 3-2. Jason Grilli is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 39.
Striding in to start the ninth, Brandon Belt, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. 2-0 now.
2 balls, no strike.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. smoke toward third. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Out in front, but this is skied into straightaway right. And therefore it is Markakis, and that's your first out.
Now batting, left fielder, Angel Pagan.
Angel Pagan comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. From the stretch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Bourne is there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Sometimes when you're facing the bottom third of an order, hey, just run it up there. Let him hit it. This is now back-to-back flyouts, and he hasn't had to work all that hard to get him.
Jarrett Parker will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 48, Jarrett Parker.
And that's in there for strike 1.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get 1 at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there.
And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the 9th, but still, 8 strong innings for him. And he was hitting his spots all game long.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 3-2. So long from San Francisco.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 3 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Giants, 2 runs on 8 hits. 1 error. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Julio Teheran. The loss goes to Javier Lopez. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 41,503. The Giants thank you for attending today's game at AT&T Park and remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.